network of animal shelters and we are based in Bangalore. Many of our shelters deal with dogs because dogs are what we see a lot more of. Dogs come in for treatment, they receive treatment, they recover, and then many of them are placed back in places that they were picked up from. CUPA's other centers focus on other animals. We also rehabilitate and rescue large animals, which are the cows and buffaloes and donkeys, again found abandoned. We also work with small animals. We do try in a small way to rescue kittens and cats. We are working on infrastructure for the same.
The rescue and the rehabilitation that CUPA does is actually quite different from most other organizations for a few key factors. One is we actually work with aggressive dogs. We work with dogs with behavioral issues. We actually do a lot to try and bring them back. So we've got dogs here that bite, that have bitten before, but with a little bit of love and affection and a little bit time spent with them, and when they start trusting you again, they come a long way. So one of the cases is that comes to mind is a dog called Axel. He's a boxer that was found abandoned on the streets, and he came in completely malnutrition. You could see his ribs, you could see his spine, you could almost see there was like skin stretched over his skull. That's about all that his body was. He was so mistrustful of people that he wouldn't even come up to us. He'd avoid us like the plague, and if anyone went up to him at that point of time, he would try and bite. That was about a year ago. If you see Axel today, he's one of the friendliest, the most loving. He wants your attention all the time. He trusts you. He trusts strangers, which is a huge deal for these dogs. So I think that is one of the main factors with CUPA. We don't just provide them a shelter. We actually work on their personalities. We work on their behavior. We make them more adoptable, which I think is very, very important when you want to adopt.
So CUPA's theme at the marathon will be adoption. We want people to know that instead of buying a dog from a breeder, you can adopt a perfectly healthy and loving pet from a shelter. They say that you can adopt love, you can't buy love.